Okay, so I just wanted to make a video about universal audio interfaces on Windows because today I just got my first universal audio interface, which is the Apollo Twin X USB. I bought it used off of basically eBay. It's like a platform that's like Craigslist but in Germany. So I bought it used, and for me it was almost plug and play. It was very simple, and everything that I tried until now just worked perfectly out of the box. Now, I do have to kind of give credit to one specific video when it comes to OBS, because OBS only worked instantly because I already had something installed to make it work. So I'm gonna link to the video below in the description because without this dude, I would have probably spent hours trying to figure this out, but it's very simple. So let's start out of the box with Discord. I think Discord is a big one. I've read that people have problems with that, and I don't understand it because when I opened up Discord after installing all the drivers and letting it do its thing, I had to do a firmware update on the interface itself. It just got this thing like line universal audio twin X USB, and it just worked perfectly out of the box. Like this setting for me works perfectly, which is weird. We'll come to that in a second. But for Discord, this setting works perfectly fine, 100%. So this also gets like the processing. As you can hear right now, I have a Pultec EQ and a LA2A compressor on my voice just to make it sound a little nicer. And yeah, in Discord that stuff works too. So this setting here worked for me. There's also, I think that's the same. That's just standard, and that's the same thing another time. Now the next thing is OBS, and OBS is a bit special because normally in OBS you have a microphone source, and in here I'm gonna select the same thing that I selected in OBS. You can see it's the same thing that OBS had, the line universal audio twin X USB. And I press OK, and you can already see that it's not picking up anything down here. So I don't know why that is. Maybe I have to restart OBS. I don't know why that is, but that doesn't work actually. So what you have to do, and that's where the video comes in handy that I linked in the description. You have to follow this tutorial, download something that is called, I think, OBS ASIO. I don't know how you say it in English. But it's OBS ASIO drivers, which basically allows you to use any ASIO drivers on your PC inside of OBS, which most interfaces, as you can see here, before the universal audio, I had an Audient interface, which also had its own ASIO driver. The difference was that the Audient interface would have, worked perfectly fine with just the normal microphone thing here. The universal audio, for some reason, does not. It seems like, again, it's not picking up anything. So you have to use the universal audio driver, the ASIO stuff. But if you do that, it's very simple setup here. You just select your whatever you use. I think if you're on Windows, you're probably using USB, which is the best version just for Windows in general. It just works perfectly, as I said. And then down here, you have all your channels. Don't be overwhelmed. It's basically mic line HYZ1 is channel 1 and mic line 2 is channel 2. The reason this one says HIZ is if you look at your interface, in the front, on the front left, you have a guitar input or an input that's labeled with a guitar. And that's a high impedance input, and that's HIZ. So that's why it says that here. But yeah, this is input 1, this is input 2, and all the other stuff you don't really have to worry about. You have talkback microphone here if you for some reason want to use that. But yeah, it's as simple as that. You just press OK, and as you can see and hear, it works. Right now I'm talking into a Lewitt LCD 440 Pure, going into an SPL Gold Mic tube preamp, going through a DBX286S, which is bypassed, going into the universal audio, going into a Pultec EQ, going into an LA2A, and then going into OBS. And it just works. It was really simple to set up, and yeah, I just wanted to make this video very quick because before buying this thing, I read a lot of stuff about UA not working with Windows. There being a lot of problems. But I have to say, until now, everything just worked. Now, I'm curious how it's gonna be when I test out things like in-game voice chats. That I hope there will be no problems there. But yeah, if there are problems with something like that, actually, let's do that right now. I'm gonna pause the recording and I'm gonna go into Minecraft. And we're gonna try out the Minecraft voice chat thing. 1 second. Okay, we're back. So while trying to show off how easy this all is and how straight out of the box everything works, I noticed that it's not that easy. And the Discord thing would not have worked if I were to actually talk to someone. Because basically, let me try to explain this as simple as possible, because I just figured this out in like 10 minutes and it works. There is a pretty easy way to make this run, and I will show you that, but let me explain the problem first. So the line output from Universal Audio is basically everything you play on the desktop. So if I play Spotify, that's also in this line output. So basically, if you talk to someone on Discord, they will hear you, but as soon as they say something, there will be an infinite feedback loop of what they said, and you will not have a good time. It's like streaming your desktop audio, but the desktop audio also includes your microphone. There will be just an infinite feedback loop, and it's not good. So this standard line thing, forget about that. It doesn't work because it includes all your desktop sounds. So that's bad. So I already read about this, before I even got the interface. And so I already know if I run into this problem, I just have to get VoiceMeter Banana and I can fix it with that. Now it sounds a bit stupid to route a interface with plugins that are so expensive and have so high quality, like the Apollo, route this through this software, which is literally called VoiceMeter Banana. But it fucking works, and it's very sick. It was pretty easy, I would say, kind of easy. Let's go over this. So you download and install VoiceMeter Banana. Okay, I think you can do this on your own. I don't have to explain that to you. And the first thing, which is really important, I instantly noticed that you have to open it up in x64 mode. Because if you don't do that, you will actually not see the ASIO driver for UA. So to see that, you have to open it up in x64 mode. I just clicked this one, VoiceMeter Banana x64. I think this one is pretty much the same. So open that up, and here you got your software. So what I did then was I click on A1, just left click, go to ASIO, ASIO, I still don't know. And then you want to select Universal Audio USB. Again, for me it's USB. If you use a Thunderbolt interface on Windows, then good luck with that. So I select that, and then I had a few feedback problems. I don't know why, but at some point they were gone. I had to click it multiple times. I'm not sure. You can see I just have this selected. There's no control panel for this, so I don't know, but it works. So at this point, I have my microphone output, my mic 1, on channel 1. So from what I'm seeing, stereo input 1 is input 1 and 2 from the interface, actually. So if I were to use input 2 on the interface, which currently is not hooked up, it should also be here on input 1, but on the right channel. I'm kind of learning the software while I'm explaining this, but I just want to show you how to get it going so that you can use this interface with other stuff than just music, because that's it's really cool. So at this point you have your microphone from input 1 on your left ear, because this is a stereo input. So input 1 is the left channel and input 2 is the right channel. At least that's what I would think. So at this point, all you want to do is click mute and mono right here on A1. I don't know why this is not over here. I've never used this software. It's you have to get into it, but you just click mono and mute here, so you don't hear yourself in VoiceMeter. You don't want that, because you can already monitor yourself without latency in the UAD console. So just turn that off, mute and mono. And at this point, and you can see that here, the input is A1, which we just selected the ASIO driver, and it's going to B1. Now I had to figure this out with the faders here, because you can see if I talk, the fader here moves, and this is B1. Don't ask me why, but this works. So if you now go into Minecraft or Discord or any other program on your computer that wants a microphone, you just select VoiceMeter out B1, and that will be your mic. Now this has a bit of delay, but you get the principle. That's your microphone, and you can just game on with this. Now again, this also of course works in in Discord. I just have to find it. Out, what would it be? Out 2, I think. No, okay, this is bad. Which one is it? Out 6? Okay. Don't ask me why, but it's out 6. There's nothing here that hints that it's out 6, but it's out 6. Okay, well, whatever. Now you know. I didn't know, I had to try it out. Now you know it's out 6. Okay, so in Minecraft, we go here. It'll be out B1. Okay, but in Windows, and therefore Discord and your browser and whatnot, it'll be VoiceMeter out 6. Again, I don't know why. It's really random. I don't see anything here that would hint me to build, it's not labeled here. You don't really see that it's out 6. You just have to try it. But now you know it's out 6. And there you go. That's your microphone on channel 1. I think you get the principle. Everything else you have to find out by yourself, but that's basically how you make this work, which I think it's worth it. I mean, if you already have this interface, you at least want to be able to use it normally in Windows. And I got this interface also with the intention of like streaming with it, because it's really sick to be able to hear yourself, to monitor yourself with like premium plugins on your voice. I think that's really cool. And yeah, also of course making music, this is like the go-to. That sums it up for this video. I hope I could help someone. This is really more an informational video and not entertainment or anything. But yeah, I hope I could help you, and if that's the case, please leave a like and comment the video so other people can find it too. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.